afternoon and welcome to Access Spotlight. I'm Erica Bradley, the Executive Director of North Shore Television. We have an exciting show for you today. We have our two students back from Manhasset High School. We have Ryan Krug and Cole Thorpe, and they're going to be interviewing Haron Hargrave. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Haron. He's a professional basketball player, community activist, philanthropist, and hip-hop advocate. He has made a positive and lasting impact on basketball, his community, and music since graduating from Campus Magnet High School in Queens. I'm also from Queens. He earned a scholarship to Sacramento State University and played professional basketball overseas. In 2008, he founded the annual basketball sporting event for charity, Balling for Peace, and in 2014, he launched his youth basketball training program, H2O Basketball.
Yeah.
So we're super excited to have him here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Looking forward to all the good questions that we have going and, here to spread peace through sports.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Ryan, I think that you have the first question.
Yeah.
All right, let's get going.
Hi, my name is Ryan Krug, and I am a senior at Manhasset High School. I love sports and broadcasting, and I've been skiing since childhood.
Uh-huh.
Also, I play basketball on the Manhasset Unified Sports basketball team, New High Park Knights, and Special Olympics team at Imperial Basketball.
Hi, my name is Cole Thorpe. I'm a senior at Manhasset High School. In my free time, I love to play and watch sports like football and basketball. I'm also into radio and TV production. I play basketball on the Manhasset Unified teams.
Nice to meet you guys.
What you got for us, Ryan? Now that you got your cards all organized over there.
How did you first get started with playing basketball, and how long have you been an athlete?
I've been playing basketball, I like to say, since I was 3 years old. My mother used to run basketball tournaments in Queens, New York, St. Albans Park, Queens. And she used to have players like Anthony Mason, God rest his soul, Mark Jackson used to play in my mother's tournaments, like New York City legends and stuff. So I got the gift from playing basketball from my mother. She actually put the ball in my hands and I never put it down. So I would like to say I've been playing over 30 years of basketball. So that's what got me started. My mom running her basketball tournaments, and that's where I got started.
Pretty good, right? That's when you started, right? When you were 3.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through your journey of playing professional basketball and being so involved in the community promoting peace through sports?
So my journey playing professional basketball, I started playing after my senior year at Sacramento State. I played Sacramento State. That was the only school that I played 2 consecutive years in. I played 1 year at Campus Magnet High School, my senior year. I then went to Sullivan Community College upstate. I had a pit stop in Monroe, Rochester before going out to Chafee out in Rancho Cucamonga, California. So, and then Sacramento State was the first school that I played 2 consecutive years, and I only played my 1 year of high school basketball. So, my journey to playing professional basketball wasn't the typical journey.
Yeah.
The first country that I played in was in Romania. I played Romania. I played in Hungary. I played in China. Played in Mexico City. DR. I played in Colombia. So I played a lot of different places. So, my journey of playing professional basketball was not the easiest way of getting there, but I got there and I made the best of it.
What was your favorite country that you played in?
I would like to say my first one, Romania. It opened me up to being abroad, right? That was my first time in Europe.
Oh.
It was like home. I played two consecutive years there. So that's the longest stint I had in one place as well, too. Overseas isn't like how it is in the NBA. You sign like 5-year contracts and you know where you're going to be unless you get traded, but still you have that guaranteed money. Overseas is a lot different. It's a a lot different animal over there. So at the end of the day, it's like a journey. It's like getting re-recruited every single year.
Okay.
So you got to be on your P's and Q's. It's not like in the NBA, they have like load management and they sitting out games and stuff. You couldn't do that in overseas basketball. You'll be sent home.
So you're grinding pretty hard over there.
Yeah, it's a grind. We're working out 2 and 3 times a day, running in the woods and stuff like that to work out. It's a lot different than over here in the United States, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Did you learn the language at all?
I did. Like when I was out there, you use it for a little bit, but then you lose it if you're not continuing it.
Right. So
yeah.
you couldn't go have a conversation with anybody from Romania.
Probably tell them where my apartment was. So like Trece Padro Fajet. That's 34 Paget Street. That's where I used to live. So that's pretty much what I remember now.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What a journey. That's a fantastic. Like, now, what made it, like, why did you have to go through all those schools? Like, how was that? Transferring from one to another?
So in high school, how I only played 1 year, which is a crazy feat, and then making it to Division I and leading your school and scoring and breaking records and stuff. It wasn't.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, it wasn't the typical, fashion. Like, I'm not the tallest guy in the world. At the end of the day, you probably can get overlooked and things of that nature. So I went to my middle school had the 9th grade, so I stayed.
Okay.
Back in the day, it was like a lot of schools used to have the 9th grade for middle school. I stayed, so I wasted my freshman year. I say wasted because I couldn't play basketball. My sophomore year, I broke my left wrist. My junior year, I broke my left arm. So I literally only had my senior season to play.
Hey.
So I didn't have all the schools, knocking down my door because I only had 1 year of high school. So I had to go to junior college route, and I was trying to go to prep school, didn't work out, so I had to go to junior college, and that's how I ended up these different schools. I went to Sullivan. I did very well there. My coach leaves in the middle of the summer. I get a call from the coach at Monroe Rochester. He wants me to come out there. I go out there. I don't even really get a real shot. It's like I felt like he just got me there to be there and not, I don't know what happened. So that didn't work. Then I went to Chafee in Rancho Cucamonga, California, and I met a guy named Jeff Klein. He was a coach there. Very good dude. I talk to him daily still. I talk to him, help him get, sending out kids from New York to California all the time. He's asking me who's the best, good talent. And that's one of my favorite people, not just coaches. And so shout out to Coach Klein. And then I got a full scholarship to Sacramento State. And that was where I was able to play 2 consecutive years and feel comfortable coming back. And in my senior year, I led the team in scoring, played the most minutes, broke 3-point records that still last to this day. And those are things that no one can take from you.
And persistence, right? What a story.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Never giving up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great success story in itself.
Yeah.
Right, you got something else, or is it your turn, Cole?
I think
It's you, Rye.
Yeah,
I think it's you, Rye.
You are involved with the NYPD and the FDNY a lot for sports. What has your experience been like working them over the years?
Good question. My experience with working with FDNY and NYPD, it comes from them being my friends. So I actually know them, my guy Kai Bowen, Lieutenant Bowen, my boy Anthony Phipps, he's with the FDNY. These are my friends. So in our community, we're looked at like law enforcement. They don't really mess with law enforcement because of all the things that you see on TV. But I actually know these people personally. So my job in community building is to bridge the gap between cops and policing. And, FDNY, really, we don't really have an issue with FDNY. They really try to save you from fire and things like that. But it's, to be honest, it's just the way that, our community feels about policing isn't the best. So knowing that I have friends and family who's on the force and things of that nature, start something like Baller for Peace where we come together and bridge the gap. I felt like we have a really, really good, strong relationship. And, it shows with us doing our softball games, our flag football games, our basketball games, where they're out there with us cheering and being a part of the organization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like community relations.
Yeah, 100%. So it's been good so far.
Making the connection.
Yeah.
Everybody's, so people aren't a uniform anymore or a color. Everybody's just who you are, and you're just your neighbors.
And having a great time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
How did you enjoy playing with the Harlem Wizards?
My experience playing with the Harlem Wizards, I'm actually still playing with them. I just started picking that back up more recently. They've been asking me, they asked me to come play games here and there. And my experience been playing with them, been great. It's been amazing. It's always good to feel like a superhero playing something that you love and doing something that you love to do, which is basketball. So, anytime that I get the opportunity to go out there and play and put on for fans, it's a good one.
And do you have a highlight moment from your pro basketball career?
My highlight moment from my pro basketball career, that extends to like 3-on-3 as well too. I played 3-on-3 basketball, which is now an Olympic sport. So 3-on-3 basketball will be in the Olympics as well this year. And they have like Jimmer Fredette playing and stuff on Team USA. He used to play with the Sacramento Kings, the NBA player as well too. So some of my highlights from that is like hitting game winners from there, being selected to play in the USA Nationals from 3-on-3. Now from my professional playing overseas career, one of my first games I played over there, I had 34 points in a friendly game against Finland. And so that was one of my highlights playing professional basketball.
What do you guys think?
Awesome.
Who's next? Are you, Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are some of your favorite charity events that Sport and for Peace has organized?
Mm-hmm. Some of my favorite events that we've organized, I like them all. But some of my favorites is bowling. We do a bowling, and we call it Battle of the Boroughs. So we have, and we also added Long Island and New Jersey to it as well too, because there's so many people from Long Island and in Jersey that support Ballin' for Peace. So we do Battle of the Boroughs. We haven't done it since 2019, since the pandemic.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to bringing it back this year. We do a holiday toy drive. It's a holiday bowling toy drive, Ballin' for Peace. So if you're from Long Island, you can sign up. We give out trophies, we give out awards, and it helps raise funds, to keep these scholarships and everything going that we're doing, and also these events. So I would say the Ballin' for Peace bowling event is something I really look forward to. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how Ballin' for Peace began? Like why you founded that, or where it came from?
The message, right? I know that team sports brings people together. And there was a time when the whole Mike Brown and Eric Gardner situation was going on, it was just a lot of negative stuff happening in our community and all over the world. And I wanted to bring something positive, which I know, which is sports, specifically basketball. I wanted to do an event to bring these people together. And I did it, and I didn't know that I would be like sitting here now, like the face of peace, right? Or like organizing, peace events this long. I thought it would have just been a one-off. We had it at Baruch College. Our first organized Ballin' for Peace event was 2015, January 24th of 2015. That was our first Ballin' for Peace event. I had started something called Queens Week around the time that you guys spoke about 2007, 2008, from the passing of my best friend, Mark Arrington. I did that to bring peace to sports in our local community in Queens. and we're balling for peace. We had close to 2,000 people come out to our game at Baruch College, and I seen that, and we had halftime shows, and it was like, man, I can't just do this one time, and then it, continuously growed. I saw the impact that it had on people, and it was just something that I had to keep going, and it's very hard. It's very tough. It's not easy.
I was going to say that you're like, oh, I don't know if I keep doing it.
Yeah, because you got to keep doing it. Now, it's an annual thing, and then we do multiple sports and stuff now. So
And you got to do a little bit better than you did the last year.
100%. Last year we had Whoopi Goldberg come out. So yeah, like, how do you top that? Like, so there's some people that I have my eye on to come and play in this year's game or be a part of this year's game. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. But it's something in me. It's got to be in you, because you see a lot of first annuals and you never see year two.
Right.
So, to be with doing these events, not, excluding the COVID years, this is our 8th annual event that we've done our celebrity basketball games. It's tough, but it's exciting.
It's hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work.
So the funding that you get from that goes to where?
It goes back into our organization to continue to do these things. And we also, we're able to grant 2 scholarships of over $5,000 to high school seniors, basketball seniors this year that will, when they get to college, they'll get the funds and everything. So we did our holiday classic. We had 32 high schools. That's Springfield High School, Springfield Gardens High School this year during the Christmas break. We just did our middle school classic where we had 16 middle schools. And shout out to MS Middle School 109. They won our first middle school championship. So, just continuing to do things like that. People don't realize how much putting these events impact the community. Like, they look forward to it. So I can't just give up now, got to keep going whether I'm getting the funding or not. At the end of the day, you want to have the funding, and you do things like this to allow people to know how they can help, how they can support. And, I feel like people see the work. They see everything that we're doing. It's not like they don't see it because it's actually happening, or somebody's saying they're doing something. There are organizations who don't actually do much, and not to slight them, but they're getting a lot of funding. So that's one of the biggest things that we kind of need. We need funding to keep these things going.
100%.
Yeah.
And even aside from the funding, right? Like, you bringing this to these communities, it brings the community together.
Oh,
gives them happy, gives them something to look forward to, right?
Yeah.
You're off your phones, you're out of your house, you're hanging out.
And you're locked in.
Yeah. And everybody's just having a good time. And people need that, especially now.
For sure.
Right? That's fantastic.
We learned about your nickname H2O. Can you tell us how that happened?
So my nickname H2O came from when I came back from playing ball in Romania, professionally in Romania, and I played in a tournament called Hoops in the Sun. They had a spring league, and I scored 57 points, and I hit 12 3-pointers that game. So when I came back from Europe, playing in tournaments was like a breeze to me, because it's like those guys aren't working out as hard as I am. I'm a professional basketball player now, and I just want to...
You've been running in the woods.
I've been running in the woods. I've been doing all these different things that I've never done in my life before. And basketball felt very, very good to me. It felt very easy. I felt like I was in amazing shape. And so every time I touched the ball, I'm shooting, I made a couple threes, and the announcer, he kept saying H2O, H2O. Every time I touched the basketball, he's like H2O. And so it stuck. I went from playing that game, then when I go to another tournament, that's H2O. So they're like, oh, okay, now this is, kind of picking up. I go to this tournament. Oh yeah, they go H2O. So I kind of made my nickname into my business, now with H2O Basketball, H2O Music.
It's your brand.
It is my brand. So so yeah, that was pretty cool that happened. So I got it from playing at Hoops in the Sun. And the announcer's name they call him G-Stacks. That's his name. So shout out to G-Stacks for that. And
he's gonna want percentage.
Yeah. No, well, I've been telling this story for years, so he had to ask me for a dime here. So, yeah.
That's good. Right, what you got?
When you're not playing basketball or working with the community, what do you like to do in your free time?
That's a good question. We spoke about that earlier. It's not much of the free time that I do have, because you always got to work and grind. But I love to work out. I love to travel. I love, when I can spend time with family and friends. But I would say travel, working out, staying in shape, and just that's pretty much it. That's all I do. It's just work out and travel.
Planning for your next
Planning for my next event, so this event will be over, and now I'm planning for the next one. So I try to just to have some time to myself and clear my mind. So just
So that's super important. What do you do to ground yourself, I guess you could say?
I do hot yoga. I do yoga.
Do you?
Yeah. So I try to meditate as much as I can, in the morning and at night, so I do those things. It keeps me level-headed, and it keeps me grounded, and it keeps me in a safe space, where I don't put too much on myself, because I'm always putting a lot on myself. So I try to, in the morning, think about what I'm going to do for my day, and at night, think about how my day went and how I can be better for the next day.
Yeah, I think that's important. For anybody who's a professional, for anybody who's a kid, being able to find that safe space and ground yourself to get rid of those stresses, no matter what they are.
No matter what. So I've had people say, "Hey, you smile too much." Like, why aren't you?
So sorry.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry that I was smiling all the time, but life can be very challenging. So at the end of the day, you got to try to find things that motivates yourself all the time. So that's what I try to look at things. What I can do, or not just what I'm not doing, but what I can do to do better,
Yeah, that's great.
We learned that you would like to open up your own youth clinic one day. Can you tell us more about that and your vision for it?
Great question. So I want to open up the Peace Center, right? It's going to be the Baller for Peace Center. Where, we have recreation and sports. We have, you'll be able to come there and educate yourself. You have classes like financial literacy, doing the things that I think that that I didn't really get growing up as a kid. I want to be able to give that next generation all of those things, all of those, give, these opportunities to get the knowledge, right? The real knowledge that you need. I feel like
Real world.
the real world knowledge that you need to be, a stand-up scholar.
Life skills.
Life skills. And I think that those are the main things that having the Peace Center would do. And then also controlling our own narrative. There's a lot of times that, people are controlling what you say, what you do, how, I want to be able to control my own narrative with my own organization. And those are the things that I want to do, one place at a time.
You're certainly a good example of that. The way you persisted through, you didn't have an easy road to where you are now, and you're giving back, and that's kind of amazing.
So it's easy to give up. It's easy to, let up, give in.
Yeah.
Every day, you wake up sometime, I don't want to go to work. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid, right? So you have to get up, got to go to work, got to do whatever you have to do, motivate yourself. This morning I didn't want to go to work, but I went, you know what I mean? I like something in me, pushed me through. But I feel like quitting is the easiest thing to do in life. So, if you plan on separating yourself, and it's a battle between me. I don't really battle with anybody else. It's my own personal battle, every day, trying to be better. You're aging, you're getting a little bit older. Can you still do this? Can you, so those are the things that I motivate myself with. And
a little self-challenging.
Yeah, I really don't, not to say I don't care what other people are doing, but it doesn't move me in any way.
Right, not influencing you.
100% in a negative way or positive way. It just, I'm like tunnel vision with just the, being successful and being better than I was the day before.
And that's really it, right? Just being better than you were the day before.
You try.
Tomorrow's a new day. Who cares? You can do better. You can be better. You can feel better.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Is it you, my friend? Go for it.
We're also upcoming Border for Peace event. that you would like the community to know about?
All right. So our next Baller for Peace event is June 15th. It's our 8th annual celebrity charity basketball game. It's going to be at John Jay College in the city. We're very excited about that. Just this will be our second year back since the pandemic. So it's very exciting to be back here in New York and to put on for our community. So that's our next one. Then we're going to have softball, where we play in July across the street from Yankee Stadium, where we play against NYPD.
Oh.
That's our softball game. And then we do in August, we do our flag football game against FDNY. So we'll be doing that. And then we're bringing back bowling this year. In December, we're bringing back bowling. So we're still figuring out where that's going to be, but more than likely it's going to be at Bowmore Lane, Times Square.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right in the heart of everything.
Yep. So
so on the 15th, the celebrity game, what are the events that are going to happen that day?
Okay, so great question. So we have our all-star game, our high school all-star game from the guys who won MVP from the game in December that they played in our high school classic. We're picking 8 of those guys to play against another high school team. And so we have our all-star game for that. Then we have a slam dunk contest with some of the top dunkers in the nation. That's like in that level, not professional basketball players, but the real dunkers, not NBA dunkers, because the NBA dunk contest has nothing on the ball.
On the street basket.
Yeah, so we're gonna have like some of the top dunkers. We have a list for that, so you guys can stay in tune. We're gonna start releasing names and who's participating in Balling for Peace as well too within this next week or so. Slam dunk contest, 3-point contest. That's gonna be sponsored by Wilson Basketball. Last year, I want to be in it, but sometimes it's like, you're running an event, your name is H2O. It's like seems like unfair sometimes. So I wouldn't want to.
It does a little.
Yeah, I don't want to win my own thing. So it's like, and I would win. So, I would go.
Confidence is good.
Yeah, so,
now I kind of want to see some youngin.
take me out, right? So that's pretty cool. So we have our all-star game, youth all-star game, our 3-point shootout, our dunk contest, and our celebrity basketball game. Last year, I told you we had one of the biggest celebrities to ever come to our event, Whoopi Goldberg. She came out and like we broke the internet with that. Like everybody was taking pictures with her, and it was really, really cool. They had Summer Jam the same time or like the next day, and we had so many more impressions. It was really, really cool. So shout out to Whoopi Goldberg and her granddaughter as well for coming. And
well, I'm gonna come. So
yes. So now Erica will be there. Yeah. So now we're looking to how we're gonna top that. So now we're looking. No, but that's gonna be cool. So my brain is working right now as we speak. I'm always just thinking about who's who and how we can get them to come out and support Balling for Peace.
Fantastic. It's amazing.
The playoffs are currently taking place. Is there a team you're rooting for?
This is the question I've been waiting for. This is the question. As everybody knows, I'm a huge New York Knicks fan. We're up 2-0 at this time. So that's the team I'm rooting. The only team I'm rooting for. I told a lot of people, if you watch what I've been saying online or offline, I've been telling people the New York Knicks are a really good basketball team. There are a lot of people who think about the Knicks or talk about the Knicks in past tense. They're not gonna. If you watch basketball and you understand how hard this team plays, they're playing hard like when my mother used to watch the Knicks, when Patrick Ewing and they had Derek Harper and all these guys, Greg Anthony, all of these guys that I remember, Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley. I remember watching those games. Unfortunately, those Knicks teams had to deal with Michael Jordan. So, LeBron James is on the decline, and he's also out of the playoffs right now. So I think that there's a real shot that the Knicks can make some real noise. And thank you for that question. The New York Knicks, I think that they have, right now a lot of injuries, but next man up mentality, and they're like persevere like myself. I see a lot of me in this New York Knicks team. Somebody who never gives up, never quits. And when you have that, the sky's the limit. You can't go wrong with that. So you got to be persistent and consistent, and then you get the results that you get.
What about you guys? So these guys play basketball on 3 different teams.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
The Unified, New High Park, and PAL.
Nice.
All right? So they know about playing basketball. So who do you guys want to... You're rooting for the Knicks?
Who's your favorite player on the Knicks?
Brunson.
JB, man. Yours too?
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson. So I got a question for you guys. Do you think the Knicks would have the same success if Julius Randle was playing, or do you think they have the success because he's not playing?
I would say they kind of have the success a little.
Me too.
Yeah. If he was playing as well too,
Yeah.
he would still.
Yeah.
He'll fit in.
Yeah.
Okay. You want Randle to come back next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Where can listeners and viewers find you online?
You can find me online at H2O basketball. H2O5. That's the letter O, not 0. You can find me online at H2O basketball as well. Balling for Peace. And you can go to our website, Ballin for Peace. That's BALLIN, the number 4 and the word peace.org. We have merchandise there. You can get in tune. You can buy tickets to our next event, which is June 15th at Lehman College, from 3 to 8:30. We're there all day. And, so you can find me there.
It's at Lehman College? Or?
I'm sorry. Thank you. That was Lehman last year at John Jay College.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, John Jay Criminal Justice College.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's it, right? Are we all good?
Yep.
Anything else you want to ask while we have them here?
Bonus question, guys? Anything? Bonus? All right. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much for being here. We wish you the best of luck with all the 5,000 things you're doing. And for more information, we'll have all of the information you just said at the end of the show. And thanks for watching.